Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is your boy FlyIsland Guy. Today we are back in the freezing North Battleford, Saskatchewan, and we're going to be heading over to Edmonton International today. We're going to be ferrying a couple executives, and why they decided to choose a rinky-dink Kodiak instead of flying a private jet or first class, I have no idea. I don't ask questions because we make money. All right, so we're gonna be cruising today at 14,000 feet. Scheduled flight time is for it's about an hour and 11 minutes, I believe. Just double checking here. About an hour 24 minutes. So we take a quick look at the weather before we get going. Here in North Battleford, as you can see, pretty clear. Nothing much in the way of weather. Clouds, though, I can imagine are going to be pretty gross. There we go. We do have some light snow, nothing to worry about. It looks like we'll get up and above the clouds hopefully fairly quickly, and then it'll be smooth sailing from there over to Edmonton, which is cloud free and snow free right now. So that's what I like to see. If you've been following the weather in Canada at all, you should know that it's pretty gross around here right now. So it's good to actually fly in some clear weather. We're going to be departing runway 30 here at North Battleford, and I'm just going to bring up the map on this side so we can get going. Engine's already started. Checks are done for the most part. What I will do, get my trim sorted out. We don't have to do anything too crazy. Really light today. And got to get these avionics on. Just gonna get our temperature control on. Let's leave it at 21, so the passengers are going to be fairly comfortable because they're probably freezing right now. Get these fans down so you guys can hear me. Taxi lights can come on, and we can bring the yoke back. Let's get our generator and alternator on. Now we can get going. Right, I'm just keeping the timer up here. So I want to make sure that we can get the flight started. Yeah, so I get the timer started once we're up in the air. Park and brake off. Alright, let's get our fuel up and running. So getting to runway 30 is going to require me basically turning around 180 degrees. And then we're going to turn right here. So as you can see, weather, yeah, it's not the best with the light snow, and it's extremely cold, but minus 13 right now. Once we get going, life should be good. Okay. This is not runway 30. This is runway 06, but this is the only way for us to get to runway 30. As I mentioned before as well, I am using my Logitech Extreme 3D Pro, which is gonna be my backup joystick until I could actually get a proper joystick. So if you guys see me struggling to get down the runway, that's what's going on. I've tried to calibrate it down, so hopefully it'll be a little better, but even now Yeah, even now, like I can't really let go of the joystick without it drifting to the left. So that is not a good problem. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna try and counteract it as much as I can. If things are still a little rough, I'll just turn on the auto rudder so we can get that sorted out. Things are all good as far as traffic is concerned. Gonna turn right. This is a 5,000 foot runway. I'm not even gonna use up half of it, but it's probably best that we start all the way from the end. It's fairly dark in the cabin right now, so gonna get the cabin light on. Not that made much of a difference. Alright, wind is looking good. Alright, we're gonna come back to the numbers and we are gonna turn. And we're gonna take off. Alright. Gonna set my parking brake. Also want to set a proper view here. So I like to be able to see the yoke on takeoff. So here we go. Alright, so what we're gonna do, RPMs to max. We already have our elevator trim set. Your damper is off, flight director is on. They have it set to 14,000. Nav source is set, and let's go ahead and just sync the heading. So I don't too trust this joystick, so I want to get onto instruments as fast as possible. All right. Okay, landing lights on, strobes on as well. Taxi lights off. And we are ready to go, folks. Parking brakes off. Rotate speed supposed to be at 60. I'm not gonna start the timer as well. Timer started. Okay. All right. Takeoff power is set. I want to keep this as steady as possible on takeoff, because this plane is very twitchy. Alright, so we've crossed our rotate speed. Let's rotate. Don't want to raise the nose too high. I'm just trying to gather some airspeed right now. Alright, it's looking good. What I'll do is go yaw damper autopilot on. Let's go flight level change and nav mode. Flaps all the way up as well. We get a nice view of North Battleford on the way out. looking good, folks. I didn't set any of my views as well. Okay. Alright, continuing our climb at 1100 feet. I just want to give a little bit of airspeed here. Let's climb at about 105. Do have a slight crosswind to contend with. And there's also a strong possibility that we might be dealing with a headwind for the majority of the flight. So that may slow us down a little bit. We'll know for sure by the time we land. As I said, if we're not down in about an hour 25, hour and a half, then we'll know that the headwind slowed us down a little bit. So far though, not so bad. I'm gonna go ahead and set our power for climb. Alright, we're gonna climb steadily. Definitely not looking the best outside. But we have all of our icing or de-icing on. So should be able to climb out with no issues, hopefully. Alright. So as I was mentioning before, the weather has just been horrible. By the time this video comes out, it's gonna probably be the new year, not close to it. So happy new year in advance, or happy new year, well, in general. But yeah, it's been pretty crazy. So I'm actually back in Halifax for about a week. And it's very interesting getting over here. There was a huge snowstorm in Ontario. Pretty much shut the airport down, Pearson Airport, where I was traveling out. Ended up having to stay in Toronto for a few days, which was not ideal. But after that, was able to get back here. But if anybody was traveling in Ontario at that time, a lot of issues with like baggage and canceled flights. It's still crazy now. My girlfriend, in fact, her family got stuck too. They ended up not going at all. Their baggage is still at the airport somewhere, or most of it. So a lot of people have been dealing with that. If you look in the news as well, it's a big story right now. It's with Southwest. A lot of people stuck. Have been stuck for days. They don't have the bags either. Unable to go anywhere. Lots of canceled flights. It's horrible out there. It's really horrible out there. But I'm hoping that if you were stuck in a lot of this mess, you're able to get where you're supposed to go, and you were able to enjoy your Christmas with loved ones some way or somehow. And we're hoping for a great start to the new year. I think this is going to be our first relatively COVID-free New Year. I'm not COVID-free per se, but restriction-free. And so I'm hoping that everyone is able to enjoy themselves to the fullest. Still be careful out there. Don't do anything crazy. But definitely still enjoy yourselves, alright? We are going over to Edmonton, as I mentioned before. And honestly, I think I have spoken about this airport before as well. This is one of the major airports that I've been to. I did a North America tour a while back in the King Air, and I'm pretty sure we stopped in Edmonton. So I'm not going to talk too much about it, but we have a little ways to go. And when I come back, we'll be starting our descent into Edmonton, and hopefully we'll get some good views of the airport on the way there, on the way down. And not the airport side, the city. I have good views of the city on the way in, because I don't fly into metropolitan areas too often because the aircraft that I fly for on air. But let's see how things go. Alright, so I will be back very, very soon. It's your boy FlyIsland Guy. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We've started our descent into Edmonton. And as I said, we're going to be doing the ILS Runway 30 approach. So what I want to do is bring up Navigraph real quick and just show you what we're doing today. So right now our flight plan has us going to Labti. It's right now saying Javan Labti. Alright, Javan Labti. Our flight plan is going Javan Labti and back to Javan for some reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to direct. Actually, I'm going to remove this Labti waypoint, and we're just going to descend to 5,000 and then head straight in for landing. Flight for the most part, has been really smooth. Actually, if we come to windy.com, let's pull up the weather for Edmonton. I'm expecting it to be pretty good. Actually, it's not. All right, so let's take a look at the weather. It's not bad. It's not bad, but we are dealing with NVFR conditions, which means that visibility is not quite good enough for full VFR, but it should be alright once we get below the clouds. But we're looking at winds out of 340 at 2 knots. Visibility is 20 miles, light snow. Clouds overcast at 1,000 feet. So I think that's where the MVFR comes in. The clouds are fairly low. Temperature's 11 degrees C. And as you can see, there's a good amount of cloud cover in the area. You look at like rain, thunder, it's not much there. Not much to worry about, but they are saying that there's light snow in the area. So we have to keep out for that. What I am going to do though is plug in the frequency for the ILS approach, which is 109.1. So I just want to get that in really quickly. So we'll change it here. There. So 109.1. Oh, actually, was already in there. I didn't even notice that. And what I like to do now is look at our CDI source to see where it's pointing. So we'll do loc 1. It's pointing off to the right because we have to turn right for runway 30. Keep it on GPS for now until we are straight ahead. We do have nav 1 tuned. Okay. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into our flight plan, and I think we're going to try and edit this if we can to take out this lob T waypoint. It's just not really needed. And let's see if we can hit clear. Remove. Okay. Boom. And now we're straight on. Okay. I think VNAV has to adjust for that change, which it looks like it's going to do well enough, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. We can close the flight plan. Let's just sit back and enjoy the approach. As I said, I don't know right now. I want to be able to go over the city, but I'm actually not 100% sure where we're going to pass. In a lot of cases, these big airports, they're outside of the major city center. So we may either pass the city on the way in, or like the city will be after the airport. So we'll see what happens. Right now I'm just following VNAV all the way down. That's one thing I like about the Kodiak and Runway with the upgraded G1000. You get like a fully functional GPS with all the bells and whistles. That's one of the reasons I love flying this aircraft. What I would do once we hit, once we get close to this Jevon waypoint, well, let's do it now. Gonna go and switch our CDI to loc 1, and let's go approach mode. Not sure if it's arming. We'll see though. I'm kind of hoping to see something on the annunciator up here. Yep, see the glide slope here. Alright, we should go and pass it. Let's go back to nav mode again. Let's get back on track. Ah, shoot, that's not gonna work. So I want to get back onto the glide path. And 109.1, we have it tuned correctly. So I'm not really too sure why it's not being picked up. Alright, here we go. Now loc is armed. So now it should work. I don't know what happened just now. So there we go. Localizer is captured now. And we are turning, oops. Gotta watch my speed. Realize I was going very slow. What I'll do as well, get our first notch of flaps in. I'm just watching my speed right now. For some reason, speed dropped down a little low. So I'm just going to keep the speed up. Once we capture the glide slope and start descending, we should be good to go. And the glide slope is captured. Alright, so we're starting to descend now, so our speed is increasing. Just gonna keep an eye on that though. Just gonna pull up my flaps for a bit because that seems to really be slowing us down. See the runway approach lights in the distance. And I'm also gonna use this time to pull up the map just so we can get a taxi map to see exactly where we're going. Okay, so runway 30. We're gonna pass the terminal on our right. Whew. All right, all lined up now. Still keeping an eye on our speed. Landing lights are on. Gear is always down. RPM set to max. Yeah. Everything looks good, folks. I'm gonna come in for a landing. Dropping a little bit more flaps. Just letting ILS do its thing. And this is an international airport with extremely long runways, so not really worried too much about speed. If we land a little faster, it's not a big deal. Plenty of time to stop.
Wind 320 at 3 knots.
So things are looking good. We could take over from here. Yaw damper off. Autopilot can come up as well. Let's get our view set up. A little low. Alright, I'm trying to butter it. A little left to center line, but that's okay.
Landing turn on.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Edmonton International. Local time, it's about 11:30 in the morning. Sorry, I was trying to get my reverse thrust sorted out. All right, flaps are up. You could take the next taxiway here to our right. All right, let's just stop right here, clean things up a little bit. All right, strobes are off, landing lights are off, taxi lights can come on. And folks, I'm absolutely loving what FSLTL is doing. As you can see, we got some Dash 8s here. Got Air Canada parked over there. You can see some of the Maxes there. I don't know what this aircraft is, or this airline. I've actually never seen that tail before. As usual, WestJet is in the building as well. Sorry I'm taking so long, I'm just trying to find somewhere to turn. I think I just missed one of the taxiways. That's alright though. Alright. Alright, so we should be able to turn right around here somewhere. Honestly, just can't see anything. So not too sure where to go. Gotta be able to turn here. Yeah, okay. Alright, I can barely see where to go. We're gonna turn here. Oh, there's a taxiway right here. Sorry. Just cut across to get grass real quick. The taxiways are on the snow, so they're very difficult to see. And of course, all the vehicles are converging on me for some reason. Alright, so we're going to come back and just take a look at the aircraft real quick. As I said, FSLTL has done an amazing job with their product. And this is exactly what I was looking for. AIG getting that set up was a little too confusing and time consuming. But yeah, Canadian North, okay, that's what the airline is. But they've done a great job with these aircraft. And sorry for the long taxi, folks. I'm just really just want to get a little look-see at the aircraft. So this is Flair Airlines. I've done a video with Flair Airlines. I'm actually going to be flying Flair next week. Heading back to Ontario. Very interesting color scheme. And Swoop Airlines is here. You guys don't know about Swoop. Swoop is a low-cost subsidiary of WestJet. Alright, so we're just going to come around here, and we're just going to park at this gate. Of course, normally you wouldn't do that, but... there we go. Alright, parking brakes on. Taxi lights can come off. Heaters can come off. Gonna feather the props. Beacon off, and engine can come off as well.
Engine off, time log. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by on air.
Alrighty, folks, this was a very good flight. Got in safely. Glad that the weather cooperated. And we're just gonna enjoy the outside view. I don't know why. Does anyone else's flight simulator do that when you switch cameras? Don't know why mine does that. Anyways, folks, there we go. That is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the flight. We'll be back with a new one very soon. Sorry, I was trying to readjust to my chair. Yeah, we'll be back with a new one very soon. I'm really looking forward to taking the Vision Jet down to South America. I'm really excited about that. So keep tuning in. Follow with me, folks. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the videos if you see fit. And I will catch you on the next one, alright? This is your boy FlyIsland guy saying stay safe. And most importantly, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.